For this top, I am going to use cotton. I'm going to use peaches and cream. This is different than sugar and cream. This brings a little bit less and it's also $3 cheaper. I did buy 4, but I'm really positive that I'm only going to use 3. But if I use all 4, I'll put it down in the description. I'm also going to be using scissors, and I'm going to use 2 hook sizes. I'm going to use my 5mm for the cup and the bottom, and I'm going to use a 425 for the picot and the strap. But this is just optional. If you want to use 5mm for everything, you can also do that as well. I'm going to make a size medium. All the measurements are underneath. How many starter chains and rows per cup, you can find that underneath. Since I'm making a medium, I made a starter chain of 14 and 13 rows because our picot and our strap row is going to count as 1 row. So currently I have 13. The way you count rows is from the middle to the outside, but you're only going to count one side, because if you do both, you're counting double. There's 2 ways to count. You can do it individually. So 1, the center counts as 1, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and so on. Or you can count by the strip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 plus 1 is 13. I'm going to start out by making a slip knot, and then I'm going to make a starter chain of 14. After you've done your starter chain, you're going to flip the chain, and we're going to work on the back humps. So now I'm going to go under the hump, grab the yarn and loop through, and we're going to continue going through the back humps until the end. I'm at the last stitch, so I'm going to add 2 more single crochets to make it 3. Making 3 double crochets gives you the point. If you have a hard time keeping track where's the middle, this is a good point to put your stitch marker, because every row from now on you're going to make 3 single crochets on the middle. So now to weave in the tail, you just keep doing single crochets as normal, and it'll just hide as you go, and you can just cut it off later on. I am at the end of this row, so now I'm going to flip my work. You can chain 1, but I'm not going to do that. And now you're going to make a single crochet on the first immediate stitch. So now I'm going to continue until we reach the top. I'm at the middle, so I'm going to add 2 more single crochets to finish off that 3 stitch increase, and that's going to give you the point of the cup. And now we're going to continue until we have 12 rows, and then I'll show you how to do the V-stitch. I just finished my rows, and now I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to flip my work, and now I'm going to make a double crochet. I'm going to loop over, go inside the first stitch, pull once, and then pull twice. We're not going to chain 2, we're going to start another half double crochet, and we're going to skip 2 stitches. So 1, 2. On the third one, we're going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, and now we have our 2 V stitches. We're going to continue making V stitches until the end. I'm at the middle, and instead of skipping 2, we're only going to skip 1. So I'm going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, and now the V-stitch is exactly in the middle. And since I want it to match, we're going to skip 1, make a V-stitch, and now we're going to skip 2 again. And now all the V's are going to be symmetrical. This part is optional, but I'm going to switch out my crochet hook to a 425 just because I want my picot to be smaller, but you can keep the same hook size you're already using. So for the back part, I am going to chain 10. You can do more or less depending on how open you want the back to be. You can also even skip this part and go straight in if you don't want no back, but I want some form of back, so I'm going to chain 10. So now I'm going to make a single crochet on this third stitch, and now I'm going to make a picot every 3 stitches. So 1 and 2, 3. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to go through these first 2 loops of the stitch, yarn over, and we're going to pull, and now we have our first picot. And we're going to continue this every 3 stitches. I just reached the middle and the third stitch lands exactly on the center, so now I'm going to start my strap. I don't really count stitches for this part because I always lose track, so I'm going to make a chain length of 40 inches, and this will be enough for it to wrap on your back and your neck. It's all going to be attached, but if you want, you can make 2 separate straps also. I have my chain length of 40, so now I'm going to make a single crochet on the first stitch, and now I'm going to slip stitch my way down. This is just my preference. You can do a single crochet strap or a half or a double, anything you like, but this is just the strap I like most. I'm almost done with my strap. I'm going to go inside the single crochet we did when we started, and then I'm going to make a third single crochet all in the same stitch, and now we have the point of our cup. So now we're going to go back to our picot. So this is our third stitch. I'm going to chain 3, go inside the first, yarn over and pull, and continue this pattern until the end of the cup. I already chained 10 for the back of my top, and I'm going to make single crochets on the back hump like we were right in the beginning, and I'm going to continue this on the bottom of the cups as well. I'm going to continue making single crochets, and on this gap I'm actually going to make 2 instead of going inside of the chain, and then continue going inside the chains. I don't have a designated chain spot. I just kind of do them wherever as long as they're close to each other. And then this is what I'm going to do until I finish this row, and then we're going to start increasing for our ruffles. I just finished my single crochet row. Now I'm going to switch back to my 5mm. I'm going to chain 2, but I'm not going to make a double crochet on the first stitch because whenever you do, it flares out. So to keep a straight edge, I'm just going to skip the first one, and then I'm going to make a half double crochet on the next stitch, and I'm going to add a second one in the same stitch. You can do more or less ruffles by adding more or less double crochets, but I'm just going to keep adding 2 double crochets, and I'm going to continue this for the next 2 rows, and then I'll be adding the V-stitch on the 3rd row. I'm about to finish my 2nd row, and I just did 1 double crochet in every stitch. I didn't increase or anything. Now I'm going to start my V row. So I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, flip my work, make a double crochet on the first stitch, and now we're going to skip 2 stitches, make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and now we're going to skip 2 stitches and continue this pattern until we reach the end. I just finished my V row, so now I'm going to flip my work and chain 2, 1, 2, I'm going to skip the first one and I'm going to make a double crochet. I'm not going to go inside the chains, only for the top ones but not for the middle ones. So it'll be every other stitch. And I'm going to make 3 normal double crochet rows, and then I'm going to make another V row and then 2 more rows, and then we'll be done. It'll be a total of 9 rows, but you could do more or less and accommodate this to however you want as well. I just finished making 3 regular rows of double crochet, so now I'm going to do another V stitch row. So we're going to chain 4, flip our work, and make a double crochet in the same stitch, skip 2, make a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. I just finished off my last 2 rows. Now I am going to make a knot and hide the loose ends. So I'm going to split the yarn and make like 2 or 3 knots, and then I'll show you how to put in the straps. You're going to put your top backwards, and the way you're gonna know that your top is backwards is the way your cup looks. So here it looks like there's 2 rows, and in the front there's just 1. So I'm going to take the back and I'm going to put this side on the opposite side, and I'm just going to loop it through this corner. So now I have one side, and then I'm going to do the same with the other side. And our straps are in and it's ready to wear. This is the final result and I absolutely love it. The color complements me so well and it flows so beautifully. It was a little bit too much cleavage for my liking, so I put a bow in the middle and it's absolutely stunning. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.